I've prepared a 15-minute routine for you that focuses on stretching the main muscle groups. For this, you'll only need a mat and a cushion, so let's get to work. We start by getting into a quadruped position with our knees and hands on the floor. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. If you're someone who feels pain in your knees when supporting yourself, you can use a couple of cushions to reduce the pressure on that area. From here, mobility of the lower back and spine, one of the best exercises to work on it. We're going to bring our belly button toward the floor, arching the lower back as much as possible, bringing the head forward. This way, we're working on extending the entire spine. Next, movement owl. I'm gonna bring my belly button up as much as possible, rounding my lower back, forming a big mountain. A big hump on my back and my eyes look at knee level, which creates a flexion movement. Any of you, whether you are all. I close my eyes, I really notice the mobility of my spine, and then I look toward my knee, arching my lumbar spine, lifting it upward. I round it. To change again, I inhale down, look forward, arch toward the floor, and my belly button gets very close to the mat. I exhale. I round upward. 3 we're going to do. 10, we have 7 left. I inhale. I exhale. And I round up as much as possible. 4, if your neck area bothers you. When doing it, you can keep your gaze down and work only at the level of your pelvis and your spine without involving your neck. I inhale. We exhale. Everything is based on a movement we make by rotating our pelvis. I inhale down, exhale, round up towards the ceiling. I inhale down, exhale. We have 3 left. Exhale. Are we going to take this out of here? 9 final rep. Let go. And 10, very good. Next, let's slowly sit down on our heels. I want you to place your feet like this so your buttocks rest on them. And I want your head to go between your shoulders and your arms to slowly reach forward, to induce a great stretch here at the level of the latissimus dorsi. Let me show you from another point of view. Small steps with your fingers, good sensations. Hold for 30 seconds. Take 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Let your head and body drop. Exhale. My chest feels the stretch intensifying. Exhale, inhale near my latissimus dorsi. Exhale, reach a bit farther with my fingers. Exhale. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Relax further. Good sensations. Exhale. Very, very good. Let's slowly return to the initial quadruped position. Next, pay close attention. I want you to move your right leg out to the side until it's resting on the floor. With your knee at about a 90-degree angle, move your foot forward a little and make sure your opposite hand, as you can see here, is resting on the floor. Look from the other camera to see where it is. I want you to take your right hand and place it right here behind your neck. And I want you to do rotations to work on lumbar mobility, specifically rotational movement. Pay close attention. We're going to bring that elbow as high as possible. As we exhale, we'll feel tightness in the gluteus maximus and the lumbar area. It will be a very pleasant movement that helps the lower back area. We're going to do 10 repetitions. That elbow goes down, we bring it as close to the floor as possible, and exhale. I always direct my gaze toward the elbow to increase the rotational work. I inhale down, exhale up. 2, I inhale down, exhale, my gaze follows the elbow. 3, 4, 5. Very pleasant at the hip level, at the lumbar level. 6. As open as possible. We have 4 left. 7. 8. I try to go down. I take a breath, exhale, and up. Last one. We let go. And up, slowly. I place my right hand on the floor, return my leg to the original position, and then do the same on the other side. I extend my left leg, bending the knee at 90 degrees. My right hand stays on the floor, my left elbow goes down to the floor as well, but notice that my hand is placed at the back of my neck. From here, my left arm tries to go down and then opens upward. Meanwhile, I exhale and watch the movement. We let go. 2. We let go. 3. I grab below. I let go above. 4. I let go above. 5. I let go above. 6. We have 4 left. I let go. My gaze follows the elbow. 7. 8. 9. Final rep. And 10. Perfect. We're done. I rest my left hand on my knee and stand up straight. We move on to work the Psoas muscle, a very important hip flexor that is always shortened due to our sedentary jobs, sitting in a flex position. Great, what do we do here? Well, remember that if you have discomfort in your knee, you can place that cushion to feel more comfortable. Pay close attention. I want you to sit up very straight and make sure your left leg is a little more than 90 degrees. The heel is too far back, so I'll gradually move it forward with my foot. I want to place my hand at waist level and pull in my belly button all the way in to block that lumbar area. And next, I'm going to slide my body forward slowly to feel a good stretch. Here, right in the right iliac fossa, I'll show you from the other camera. Hand at waist level, I pull my belly button in and I slide forward. And the angle between the spine and the leg that's behind opens up, which is going to cause a nice stretch. Here, right at the level of the groin, I hold for 3, 4, 5, and I return to the starting position. We're going to do 5 on each side and hold for those 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. And I return to the starting position. 2. Let's go forward, belly button in, slide forward, stretch in that iliac fossa. 3. Let's go again. 4, let's go again, last repetition. We hold the position for 5 seconds, nice and upright, looking forward. Don't forget that, because the position of the torso has a huge impact on stretching the psoas. Now, switch legs. Basically, we're going to place that cushion under the opposite knee. In quadruped position, extend one leg, support yourself, sit upright, place the opposite hand at your waist, and reach or push as far as possible. Abdominal contraction. And from here, move this foot forward a little so that it's at less than 90 degrees, not directly vertical. I move my pelvis forward from here. Wow, really good feeling of zero tightness. I hold for 5 seconds and slowly return to the starting position. Very good sensations in the hip area, in the lower back area, really good results. I hadn't mentioned this foot earlier. Position it as you like. It doesn't greatly affect the exercise. The spine is what influences it. Stand up straight, always look forward, avoid looking at the ground so that the stretch focuses exactly on the Psoas muscle. Very upright. Hold for 3, 4, 5 and relax. Let's do 3 more and we can alternate it with breathing. I take a breath. I exhale and lean forward. I take a breath. I exhale. And I lean forward. I inhale. I exhale. One more, I inhale. I exhale. And I lean forward. Very good. I place my left hand on the floor. I place my right hand on the floor. I put my leg back in place. On all fours, we remove the cushion that we no longer need. And then we continue with another exercise, again on all fours. But notice, there's a subtle difference. Before, what we did was bring the buttocks back to the heels and stretch the arms forward. Now what I want is to keep a 90-degree bend here at the knee and let my chest drop down to focus on the upper back area. Pay close attention. I'm going to move my hands a little bit forward. I'm going to let my chest drop, and I'm not taking my buttocks back. Those buttocks stay right up there while I lower my chest down as much as possible. The head goes between the shoulders and I let my back and chest drop to the floor. Tightness. We are going to feel it right here, at the middle level of our spine. Very, very good, and we can also feel it, of course, at the shoulder level, but it should be with less intensity. Imagine that you're really good at it and you can rest your head on the floor. In that case, you could even bend your arms, supporting yourself only on your elbows, and push a little with your hands in this area to do a much more isolated job. And from here, we're going to take 4 breaths, inhaling through the nose, and each time I exhale, I try to sink down. I let it out. I let my chest drop as low as I can. Come on, 2 more. Breathe. Sink. Let go. Last one. Turn around, Mancha. Very good. We go back very slowly, regain our composure, take a little breath, and sit down on the floor. We're going to move on to a rotation stretch, both for the lower back and the hip, which is one of my favorites. Pay close attention. We're going to sit down on the floor. I want you to stretch one leg out completely and bend the other one not against you, but with your foot resting on the floor. From here, you're going to place your right hand behind you. Look, right leg, right hand, both bent and supported. And from here, I want your left elbow to rest on the outer edge of your knee to induce a rotation of your spine. Move this hand slightly further back for more range. And from here, I look back. Very pleasant, very centered at the level of the spine and the hip. I assure you this stretch is worth its weight in gold. But be careful, go slowly, listening to your body without causing pain or intense discomfort. We're going to do 5 repetitions, breathing in and out. I breathe in from this position, looking forward, then I breathe out and my head turns back. Is it really the head that guides the movement? I try to look back at the same time as my arm rests on the outside of my knee. 1. I turn my head as much as possible. I go as far back as I can. 2. We let go. 3. We let go. 4. Last repetition, we let go. And 5. Very, very good. Pay close attention. Next, I drop my right knee toward the floor. If it gets close to the floor, even better. My foot stays here at the level of the inner edge of my thigh, and watch what I'm going to do with my hands. I want to reach and touch my foot. Here, depending on your flexibility, you'll be able to reach more or less far. There's a very important point in this exercise, and that's that the right shoulder, the one on the bent leg, we have to bring it closer, lift it up, because we're not just trying to reach over there, but also to stretch the whole area. The lower back, especially the right side and the quadratus lumborum muscle between the pelvis and ribs. And it will give you great relief if you manage to focus the tension correctly. So not only do you bring your foot closer, but try to lift that shoulder to create a lateral flexion and get a good stretch. We can also feel it behind our leg, in our hamstring, without any problem. But we should focus on the level of the quadratus lumborum. We take a breath, exhale, and I get closer. I use the strength of my arms to reach further. I take a breath, and physique exploring Los Angeles. 2. Very good sensations here in the lumbar square. 3. My right shoulder lifts. Okay, should we let go? And 4. Great work, great sensations. Come back slowly. Now let's switch to the other side, okay? Do you remember how we started? One leg stretched out, the other leg bent, resting on the floor. My left hand this time turns back. My right elbow is placed on the outside of the knee, and the movement will be led by my head. I inhale looking forward, and when I exhale, I look back as far as I can. 1. It seems like there's little movement, little tension, but are you sure that letting go of God is about your sound support? 2. Stick your chest out. We let go. 3. We're going to do 2 more. We let go. 4. Last breath. And 5. Look, I drop my knee down to the floor, as close to the floor as possible. I get up and I'm going to bring my arms and my head toward my right leg. I can feel some tightness here, but I want you to focus especially on your left lower back here. How are we going to do that? By raising my shoulder, by raising my left shoulder. You can see it better from here. Raising my left shoulder up to laterally flex my spine, and I get closer and work. Very nice. I inhale and exhale, getting closer and adding tension as I exhale. It's a great exercise, one of my favorites. I inhale, exhale, exhale. 2. Exhale, exhale. 3. One more. Exhale. Okay, I pick up my body and my legs slowly, okay? Don't go fast. And we finish with 2 very pleasant stretches at the cervical level. For this, sit on the floor, cross-legged, or however is comfortable for you. And there's no problem if you sit in a chair. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe. And be aware of what this whole set of exercises has achieved in your body. Greater fluidity, more relaxed muscles, less stiffness. Let's finish with the head. Look forward, tilt your left ear to your left shoulder, lower your right shoulder as much as you can, and move your hand just behind you. Look closely. Where is it? I have it here on this side. And as you lower it, the tension increases. We turn, tilt the head to the side, and hold the position. If you want, you can apply a little bit of pressure with your hand downward, but just a little, so you feel tension along the entire side edge of your shoulder. And from here, we only take 3 breaths. I inhale, release a bit of tension, and as I exhale, I bring my left ear a little closer to my left shoulder, increasing that muscle tension. Here, 1. Relaxed, I push a little. 2. I take a breath, release the pressure, let go, breathe. I apply pressure, and we slowly return to the starting position. I bring this arm out through here, the opposite arm goes behind just like the other one. Look where I have my fingers. From here, very upright. My right head moves toward my right shoulder, ear and shoulder practically touching, tension along the side of the neck. I take a breath, and as I exhale, my head moves toward my shoulder, and I add a bit more tension. 1. We release. 2. One more. We release. 3. Very good. Slowly, we return to the starting position and breathe. With this stretch, we've reached the end of this magnificent routine. I hope you enjoyed it and that you were able to follow along with me live. You already know that we have a newsletter where I send an email every Sunday with all the videos I publish on YouTube, in addition to access to our library of over 1,000 videos. To do this, if you want to join, just click up there in the top right corner of the screen. It's completely free and you'll always be up to date with my latest news, that's all. I hope you can share it with people who need it, those with limited mobility, severe stiffness, and significant hip or lower back pain, and that you return to my channel now and then to keep caring for your health. See you very soon in one of my other videos. Bye, friends.